Finally, our construction is complete. Everything that was underground has been brought above. We're now on the road. It will be a different existence for us. Away from the home. I feel sadness, a remorse. I think back to simpler times, sitting in that place with those 3 birds fluttering about me as I worked. I truly hope that they found their way deeper into the lab, but looking at my newly changed companion, I think otherwise. But it is the nature of things. Rena is different. I have made her so. And it is not the end of her changes. There will be more, as will there be for me. My current armor, however, will not do. The lack of plutonium is concerning. Not a readily available resource, strictly prohibited throughout much of the city. It will not be easy to find. Nevertheless, I will find it. But for now, I must protect myself in other ways. Yes.
Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Bran's Tale. We are here in Bran's van, and we're here with Bran. He looks a little bit different though, doesn't he? Yes, he does, and that's because we have swapped out of our combat armor into something a little bit different. So we'll give you a basic rundown of what we are looking at. Now, our protection isn't going to be anywhere near as good as it was, but we still have some of the same similar things on: the Kevlar vest, the harness, the vest, and our rucksack. The rucksack being the thing that gives us the primary amount of encumbrance, but we have our survivor suit on underneath, which is giving that extra bit of protection. On our head we have a survivor helmet. Over our eyes and our face we have a survivor mask and a set of bifocal glasses just underneath of that. Now this is actually active at the moment, so it is filtering the air. Once it's active, you can't deactivate it, so effectively you've activated the filter on there and it's doing its thing. As to how long that lasts, we'll have to see. And also, having our eyes and our mouth slightly encumbered like that, it's gonna have some effects. We'll see if it's too bad for us to deal with. I hope not. We have our survivor suit across our arms with leather arm guards on the outside, giving us just a little bit of extra encumbrance, but altogether still within the range where I think it's okay. On our hands, we've got glove liners and leather armor gauntlets, and then on our legs, just the regular old survivor suit, no knee pads or anything like that. And for our feet, socks and leather armor boots. So we're back to the old getup effectively. That doesn't require power. Now we could have power armor and we could try and power that power armor ourselves. Yeah, we don't really have the generation at this stage. As you'll see that our power is still quite low. We definitely want to try and boost that back up today while we are traveling. And another thing, some of you will have pointed out that we haven't installed a few CBMs recently, and in my defense, generally with CBMs in the past, when we hadn't installed them, they were green, and CBMs that were grayed out were CBMs that we had already installed. So I went off the idea that, oh, we've already installed those CBMs, I don't need to worry about them. So the respirator CBM that we do have, that is definitely something that we want to be using, 110%. But yeah, it's something that we will be getting to next time that we can, because unfortunately auto docks are a little bit harder to come by. We do know of a few places. There's actually one down here, the old clinic that we have. We could go ahead and make our way down there for a quick stop off, but at this stage I think we're okay to just push on for that little bit further. The plan today, and this is the plan, will be to head up here, head across to where we killed a whole heap of things. We might be able to refuel there, and then make our way across the bridge, eventually trying to make our way north. We do have the evac shelter down here, but effectively we're going to try and just skirt around the outside, go up through Redsborough, and try and make our way to new territory, which is up in this general direction. As to how difficult that is, we'll have to kind of wait and see. There's a fungal bloom happening over in that direction, so that'll be fun to play with in its own right. But yeah, we need to get started, and we also need to have something to eat. There is a bloated zombie that's close by, so we don't want to do anything that's going to take too long for us to cook. So really what we want to do is just heat up some of the food that we have in here. We can rehydrate some of the meat that we have. That might be the easiest way to do it, or we could just cook up some Spam. The calories from that, though, it's not massive. We got 2 portions of that. I would worry that that's not going to be enough, but it is only 4 minutes. So you know what? Let's go ahead and make some Spam. We will use, you know what? Let's use the hot plate nearby. We'll give Bran's hand a break. And there we go. We have some nice hot Spam. Delicious. Okay, we'll go ahead and eat both of our things of Spam. And I think we're feeling okay. We're just a little bit peckish. We've had a drink before this. Actually, you know what? We'll have another just in case. There we go. From our clean water running down into our thing. I have also dropped off a whole heap of stuff that we don't need to have in our inventory right now. So we're running light. So much so that we probably don't need to have the rucksack, but like always, we're just going to go ahead and drop that should we need to in combat. But I think we're pretty much ready to start rolling. Rena, we do need to check on you though, because she's had some issues. I have actually traded her some water recently, and she seemed to be okay with that. But let's just have a bit of a talk with Rena and just see how she is at the moment. So we want to go ahead and just have a look at her. Okay, yeah, so we can see the general things that she's rocking with at the moment. She does have her military rucksack, which is great. She probably has a whole heap of things that she doesn't need to have, but you know, that's okay. If we size up your stats, let's see, water in more than 1 day and food in more than 1 day. Okay, so we could go ahead and try and trade you some more water. We'll see how that plays out. Unfortunately, it's still a little difficult to run with Rena. I think the best thing that I could do is maybe try and tell a square that she can operate from. Where it starts to get tricky is even if she can operate a square, I don't know if that square moves with the vehicle. So yeah, and we can see that bloated zombie outside because we can actually see our control panel from here. But we are going to continue to move. The curtain's already closed. Yeah, so look at that. They can't see us right now, but they can see Rena. I am going to go ahead and open the front curtain just to have that little bit of extra sight. And we're going to start driving this bad boy van. Okay, the engine starts up and we start to roll out. Okay, let's maneuver ourselves. I don't think there's anything in the street sweepers here. Now, sometimes it does say it's an atomic street sweeper. But then other times it says it's an automatic street sweeper. It's an automatic one. Okay, so I think maybe in the past, in my mind, I might have read it as atomic when it's just automatic. But you know, that's okay. That's all right. What have we here? We actually have a rucksack. It's in good condition. It's filthy, but it's in good condition. Yeah, we're not going to stop for that. We will be stopping for, thorny shamblers. No, we will be stopping for electric vehicles because they're always going to be handy for us. But yeah, we have this thorny mass of a zombie. A shambling undead humanoid, body overgrown with a tangled mess of otherworldly vegetation, hunched over and dragging its feet as it moves. The brambles utterly envelop its upper half as it twitches and moves with a life of its own, tendrils tipped with a paralytic sting. That does not sound fun. Paralytic sting sounds very bad. So we're going to go ahead and start to accelerate past, just try and run them down as we start to make our way across the field, hopefully not bringing too many of them with us, because I'm hoping to make it to this here, where we did have some moose meat, and That's where we originally found our power armor a long time ago, and from memory, we have a whole heap of bodies that we just tore apart there, and sure enough, look at all of that stuff. So, yeah, there's going to be some errors here, that's fine, but this is where we had the massive fires back a while ago, and I'm pretty sure those fires came from our little fusion blaster. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and stop this right here. We are going to stop driving. Yeah, we're going to have the engine off as well. That's perfectly fine. We have enough battery, and I think it's clear enough out that we should still be getting a decent amount of charge. Overall, our storage batteries are looking really, really good. I'm happy with them. We're a little tired, which is a little concerning, but we're going to go out, wield our Zweihander, and just take care of this zombie out here. Rena, I might just ask you to just guard here if you can, and hopefully she's not going to roam too far from here. She is going on a run, so I think she's trying to go somewhere else to guard, so we're just going to have to ask her to stay with us then. So we'll just yell out and say, hey, just stay with us, Rena. It's going to be all good, and we're going to go and just start smashing. We do need to be mindful though, because remember, Rena is frail, which means that each of her limbs only can take 10 damage. So probably not that extreme, but it's pretty extreme, you know. I just love the look of this vehicle from the outside. We can't always see the exact top of it, but it just looks great with that massive gun on top, the flamethrower at the front. Now the flamethrower, we do need to have pressurized fuel, so we can't just use our regular fuel, but I think we might still be able to fill the pressurized tanks. I'm not sure yet. We're going to experiment. We're going to do some cataclysmic experimentation. Hopefully it isn't cataclysmic, but you know, we do what we can. Eternal Furnace, you are now turned on. So let's see, what can we eat around here? Pretty much everything, and so we're going to be going through, doing our part as a responsible member of society and recycling the goods around us. Bran is all about that. Clean suit, excellent. So I tell you what, I'm going to go through all of this stuff here, have a good munch, and we'll be back once we're all nice and powered up. Ooh, we found an inhaler. Well, that's nice. That's very nice. I would definitely like to grab that inhaler, thank you. I very nearly ate a whole heap of drugs as well, so something to be mindful of while we're doing this. So there are a few CBMs around here, and I'm actually tempted to take these, just because I think there might be a chance for us to use them in the future. Who knows? I mean, we already have them installed in ourselves, but I'm just saying, maybe there's an opportunity in the future for us to use them on others. Okay, so after all of that, and that's a lot of that, it's still not enough to fill Bran. We still have more capacity, and oh, drat, it's just started raining. That's not very nice, but what is nice is that we still have this helicopter down here that we haven't really spent too much time at, so I'm going to want to investigate it, to dig around here. We have a survivor zombie to the south that we might be able to get some goodies from as well, so I'm going to go and dig through all these piles, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, and with that we have finished with this lot. We do have a little bit that we can munch down here. You'll notice that I'm actually automatically picking up cash cards at the moment. We've got 6 grand, which isn't bad, just from the bodies that we've found so far. And we have yet another soldier type that we can just go ahead and munch down on. You'll notice that Bran's actually in a really good mood. It's because we, may have accidentally had quite a few electronic cigarettes while I was eating. Among some candy as well. I did let him have some candy, but yeah, the electronic cigarettes were something that I just didn't realize we were consuming, but it just kind of fit in because Bran has had a lot of them before in the past, so I can see him just, wanting to just cut loose a little bit while he's working on all of these things here. Now, there is still a chance that there is some goodies amongst the rubble here, so what we're going to do is just have a quick look together to see if we can actually find anything amongst this mess, and so far it looks like it's mostly just chunks of steel, scrap metal, and all the rest, which, it's not bad. by any means, but you know, it's not what we're looking for. We're hoping for unique things that we can find here that we just, you know, can't find anywhere else. But yeah, it's all looking pretty vanilla, and that's in part okay. Hey, look at that, we can have more of a munch here. You know, we can't eat all of these things though, or the filter mask. Unfortunately, it's going to be dirty. You know what, let's go ahead and unload it, because we might still be able to recover part of that. We got filter mask cartridge, and it actually seems to be okay. R1, it's been lasting for a really long time, so that's also nice. The only other thing is there could be some things here that we haven't noticed about this helicopter, which we're definitely going to have a look at after we go and blast this bad boy over here. Rena asks what the noise was. It's okay, Rena. We got you. We got you. Now, let's see. I would like to try and get to that square there, but honestly, I don't know how we would achieve that. Maybe doing like a little bit of a rumble tumble. There we go. What is stashed in here? A Beretta M9. It's actually in good condition. Now it's a backup that we could potentially give to Rena and just tell her not to use firearms and then give her permission to use one. If things get real bad, maybe. We'll consider it at the very least. We'll take it for now. And then finally, let's have a look at the vehicle and see what the Osprey has to it. There is a lot to it. They do have medium storage batteries, which, you know, that's kind of what we've been rocking with for the most part. But just looking down the length of the thing, we're not seeing anything that's jumping out at me. Obviously, some of the engines can be quite good, but I don't think it actually has any that are working currently. Yeah, it doesn't look like it at the very least. There could be electronics up the front. There's a bit of composite armor. It's mostly steel though, which kind of makes sense. Yep, nothing else really. No goodies. This isn't atomically powered. But that would be quite a find. Okay, well in that case, we're going to go ahead and jump out of this wreckage. Rena, you can do the same. She's going to come and join us. We'll just keep our regular vision for the time being. But yeah, nighttime is here. So let's see how our vehicle does at night. Oh, were we being followed by something then? I thought I saw something out the corner of my eye, but no, we seem to be okay. For the time being, we'll take the last of that and go ahead and jump on in, Rena. Wrong seat, but good try. So she's going to go jump in the front. We're going to go ahead and power this thing on. The cameras we did leave on, so I would have thought they would stay on. Oh, well, of course they are. We just don't have any light right now. So control multiple electronics. We are going to turn the headlights on and just see how that works for us. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I'm going to turn the headlights off. Just real quick like. Control, turn off, and we're going to turn the overhead lights on and see what that's like. Okay. Doesn't help us out too much. So we do have like a spotlight. I was hoping it would illuminate more of the vehicle. Doesn't seem to. So what I think we are going to want to do is try and reposition that to be like kind of glowing out the back, because we need to see kind of behind us as well. So let's go back to our electronics. We will turn off the overhead lights, and we're going to see if we can steal that light real quick. And I'm not 100... Oh, floodlight. It's right there in the center. Now, it could be getting blocked out by quite a few things. I think that's kind of what's happening here. So we'll go ahead and remove this thing. It's going to take 50 seconds, which is great. Better not remove something while driving. That is definitely true. Let's stop driving. Bran, your logic is infallible, my man. Let's take that floodlight, and we're going to go ahead and place it on the back. I don't want to place it exactly on the back, so I'm hoping it's going to work okay here. It does not want to get placed here, and that's fine, because it's kind of trying to place it inside rather than on the roof. That's alright. So let's see, can we install you here? We cannot install you here either. Interesting. What about just at the rear? We can. But yeah, there's a little bit too much here already. I think the security camera is taking up the slot that it would usually go in. And looking at here, obviously there's a giant gun. So yeah, it's gonna have to be offset by a little bit, which is it's not the greatest, but as long as we don't have anything too bad hitting us in the back there, we should be able to get some vision out the back. So, with that, we're going to control multiple electronics, turn on the overhead lights. Yeah, there we go. And you can see we're actually getting some sight out the front as well from that, which, yeah, that's cool, because it's illuminating this whole circle around us. Unfortunately, though, the van, being as large as it is, it's actually cutting off some of that vision. I think that might just be unavoidable, but it's doing something for us. The only other thing that I'm maybe a little bit afraid of is that it will be consuming a whole heap of power. We did have that before with some of our other vehicles. Regardless, we are going to need the headlights on as well to get a good amount of view out the front, and we're going to start accelerating, running this thing forwards, and I'm going to try to keep a close eye on our energy usage, because it's something that we're going to need to be mindful of. Now, this is the only bridge for a while, so can't remember exactly how bad it was, and you know what? Let's go chuck a quick save in there. Just feel like it's about time. Yeah, so now that we're driving, it should be able to give us an estimate. So if we just have a look at the vehicle, examining it, 1 hour until full. Okay, so we are putting more power in than we're using right now, which is great. And gasoline says 1 day until empty, so we could drive for the whole day and be good at this rate. So in my mind, that's a good thing. Okay, now is this the right side to be going on? Is left the right? So far, yes. Yeah, not so much. Okay, can we make that? Not exactly. Okay, we'll go ahead and just start reversing. Now, I'm sure you kind of half remember us doing this before. Okay. Okay. Just start to line up. There we go. That's what we're after. So it would have done a little bit of damage, but I can't imagine it doing too much on us. Nice and easy, Bran. Nice and easy. Okay. Humvee, are you going to have anything for us? I don't think so. And we can just slip past you. Oh, just right along the edge. Okay, so the right side is the right side. A zombie emerges from the deep water. They're crawling out the water as we drive on by. We're good. Quite a few dead things around here. So at this point, ideally, we're going to stick to the side of the road as we drive on up towards Redsboro. I don't know if there's anything here that we're desperately going to want to try and check out. The small storage units can have some interesting things sometimes. The bookstore, I mean, books are also nice. They are also nice, and I think there might be and it's an art gallery. Okay. I'm always on the lookout for museums and, of course, banks. Banks especially. And I think they are going to be showing up as the dollar signs now. Or maybe not. I can't always remember. I feel like they change from time to time, and then I just completely forget. But we should be able to find one before long. As we drive up and through here, and also a research lab or a research facility, I'm assuming it'll be a little bit more like this, more of a special structure, something that's a little bit easier for us to actually make out. Regardless though, we're going to keep our eyes peeled as we drive on throughout the night. Okay, we have some crowds joining us on this semi-lonesome road. And I believe we've actually potentially used that police vehicle in the past. I'm trying my best to scroll back through my memory to whether or not there are any really dangerous threats around here. Because there very well could be, and I've just forgotten. Also, driving across these regions makes me a little bit nervous. Let's see if we can go around the grocery store here. We've got a grabber. Now, the grabber is quite dangerous because they can grab you from your vehicle, so you really need to watch out for that. Okay, cathedral. You know what? We've stayed in this cathedral before. This might not be a bad place for us to just stay the night. There is a vehicle out the front, and there's a yellow chick, so I feel like maybe that's a good sign. We're going to go ahead and stop the vehicle. With all the lights that we have on, though, we've kind of
turned ourselves into a bit of a Christmas tree. Alright, we are going to... Control has moved to a new binding. Okay, right. I don't know why I was trying to use that key. I haven't used that in ages. Okay, alright. Now we could go inside the church to try and sleep, or we could try and sleep in here. Honestly, I think the church might be better for us. So we're going to go step out into the night, turn on our night vision, which is heavily restricted right now, because I think we are still emitting light from something else. Something in our inventory, perhaps. No. But in saying that, I think we should drop some of these things off before we actually go out. Yeah. We do have a few tools that we don't 100% need to be holding on to. I'm also just going to get rid of some filters. So, you'll be able to have a look and see what we have in some of these little stockpiles. This is where we have quite a few of our tools. We don't need the entrenching tool right at this stage. And we also don't need all these CBMs, which I think we are going to be just dropping over onto the side here. Yeah, place all of you away, and as long as they don't fall onto the floor, that's good for us. The gallon jug, we can go and drop with all of our chemical goods over here. Excellent. And I think we will keep everything else with us. It's a healthy amount of inhalers. And the cash cards, who knows? It's the atomic lamp, of course. So the atomic lamp, let's just go put that with the chem station as well. Excellent. So now you can see we have proper night sight because our sight isn't being obscured so much. Hey, Rena's little exclamation mark went away. Is that, I'm just trying to think if that one's going to be trouble that we saw before. Right this second, we're looking okay. And you know what? We've got some bodies here. So we're going to go have a very quick munch. And we can do that very quickly. As you can see, just the way the eating menu works now, it's just perfect. Whoever did code it like that, it's great. See, we nearly eat our socks, so we do need to be semi-careful when it comes to eating goods off the ground. Alright, let's go through the top floor. Just make sure that this place is still clear. Obviously, it's pretty beaten up. We killed a whole heap of them out the front of here. And I'm relatively sure that we did bash all the corpses. Yep, here they are. So there's a massive pile of them, in fact. Oh, yes, there is. Yep, that's a whole heap. So I can actually just probably get away with holding down into here, which is quite dangerous because then you can see we can accidentally eat a whole pack of cigarettes. Thankfully, you can't eat the cigarettes, but that is how we ended up kind of consuming a fair amount of the electronic cigarettes. Okay, we'll just go ahead and quickly munch those down. We could take the planks at the same time. The splintered wood's pretty good to give us fuel. Obviously, wood isn't a bad fuel source. You can see we're getting up into the 9,000s now, so we're actually pretty well off when it comes to power, and I think we should be for a while, until, of course, I forget that I have something turned on, and I create some kind of monstrous mistake. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just get the rest of the stuff. Hand-rolled cigarette, we can't do anything with you, and I think, yeah, I actually can't remember what our maxed out top power is. Eboshi, what is a eboshi? I'm intrigued, what does it taste like? The same as everything else. Again, we're not really so much tasting these things. Okay, so it looks like our max power at the moment is 10,720. Yes, it is. It is. That is our maxed out power. So we are quite a powerful, Bran's a powerful man. And this place, well, hopefully downstairs is still semi-okay. Now, Rena, I hope you're kind of getting used to the darkness. We have someone that's still alive. Now, this will be a good chance for me to demonstrate that Bran is still quite capable with just what he has. So Rena can obviously hear this tough zombie who's going to start wandering towards us. Just come a little bit further. There we go. Those good old slashes do work. We shouldn't have any bodies here that haven't been pulped. I think. And again, lots of stuff here that we could potentially use, but we're not going to need to. We are at that max power. What we're looking for are potentially beds, which these zombies have been trying their absolute best to, well, rid us of. Oh, Rena. Okay, the tough zombie claws at Rena. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start running back in this direction towards Rena. Just running our swords straight through that thing. And Rena, I think, is looking okay. Running back over here, we're going to go and slash. And then another. Okay, let's go stop running and just do some smashing over here. Excellent. These are all thoroughly pulped. I don't think we'll see anything coming back to life. We'll just wait a bit, catch our breath. If anything was going to, they would have come back by now. At least, I think so. Can I examine your wounds? Yeah, so you can see she's not actually damaged at the moment. See how it says healthy? I mean, I think 16 is her top. Yeah, no, her head is a little bit less because I think she might have a glass jaw and frail. So her torso and her left arm could maybe use a bandage. So we'll go ahead and use an item on. Bandage. Yeah, torso and left arm both need a little bit of bandaging. So Rena, just hang tight. That's the last of our bandages, but that's fine because we don't actually use them. We have nanobots that skitter around our body and heal us. Yep, that's a regular normal human thing. Okay, I quite like this space. So I think Bran is strong enough. Oh, you can just climb over there, can't you, Rena? Okay, I don't like it as much, but there is a cupboard, and we can make use of that cupboard. Let's see, can we drag you? We grab the makeshift bed. Excellent. So Bran is strong enough to haul this thing around, and just for extra safety's sake, we want to go and grab these beds. We want to drag them up and into this room up here. We're making a little bit of noise as we do this, and then push that to the side. Excellent. We'll release that. Oh, and here I thought, yeah, I mean, this room's nice. It's separate from the bodies, and yep, no, this is the one that had the weird faceless blank body corpse in here. Just no face, just blank, no features, no belly button, just this obscure thing that was living down here. And then obviously there's lots of other zombies rotting away. And Rena just says in the darkness, Is something over there?
No. The room's empty. We're safe to sleep in here. Why don't you, go back in the other room? We'll have beds set up before long.
Yes, indeed, Bran, we will. With your bed kind of semi-blocking that door. At least that's my idea. We need to just continue moving with this, so... Rena, if you wouldn't mind, we're just going to move on through here. Okay. Up in that direction. And just keep on pushing it through. Excellent. So, we've got both of those beds in there. I feel pretty good about that. We're going to go ahead and jump on this one. Just try and encourage Rena to come through the door. Let's swap positions. Swap positions again. So, she should theoretically sleep on that bed. Here's the thing. Bran's a heavy sleeper, so he might not get awoken to something. We kind of also want to make sure that he has a proper sleep. I'm not gonna turn his enhanced hearing on, but yeah, we're gonna turn the climate control off, and I think we are gonna sleep with our sword in our hand tonight because, you know, we're sleeping on the road. We feel a little bit anxious. Let's turn off the internal furnace as well. No, not the cranial flashlight. Everything else that we have on, that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that all staying as it is. Night vision will turn off though. And we'll say goodnight to Rena and go to sleep. We'll try to. We shall sleep. And yeah, sure, we'll chuck a save in before he does. We are not going to set an alarm. And he falls asleep right away. Our man Bran was quite tired. Our stomach feels so empty. So yeah, we need to make sure that we have a proper breakfast when we get up in the morning. And it won't just be meat. I'll see if we can actually make something, you know, compelling, something different. Because it's very easy in Cataclysm to just, oh, look at that. She eats some dehydrated meat. And she drank some water. Excellent. Hey, good on you, Rena. But yes, it's very easy in Cataclysm to, just eat biscuits, or just eat smoked meat. Just because they're easy foods to work with. And Rena, yeah, you look like you're doing okay. We wake up, it is 6:11 a.m, so we're going to have some sunlight to work with. We feel pretty good. we were comfy, which was awesome. So we actually had a comfy sleep. Rena, I hope you weren't just trying to stand guard all night, but if you were, we appreciate you all the same. You are still following us? Yes, you are. All right, we're going to go back up onto the surface and kind of see what awaits us up there. And it is still dark out. That's actually in our favor. It gives us a chance to get back into the vehicle before we get started. Let's just have a quick look at this one, though. It is a armored personnel carrier. Okay. All right, do we have any big batteries? Car battery, and it is damaged, so no. That is a no. Let's jump into the vehicle. Rena can jump into the driver's seat. She really likes it there. We're going to have ourselves a drink. And then let's have a look at making ourselves something delicious. Or at least we'll try to. So, what kind of meal do we want today? We could go for scrambled eggs. That is a good go-to. Or cooked beans, oatmeal. We got options. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the atomic lamp and we're going to use that to light up our environment. Now, that should be doing enough already, even with the cap not on. But you know what? Oh, it is closed cover? No, okay, we're good. So, interestingly enough, it wasn't emitting light before, and I think it's because it was kind of in a cabinet underneath the chemistry set, which, that's cool. If that was the case, that is quite cool. So, food. We're going to go across to meat to see what we can do there. Nothing too much. Cullen skink. Okay. Right, a Scottish meal. Condensed milk, dehydrated fish. Actually sounds kind of nice. Yeah, a rich and tasty fish chowder from Scotland. I might actually like that. See, I used to hate the word chowder. For some reason, it made me think of chunder. And those two things together, yeah, not so great. But no, that could be nice. Preserved fish and creamy milk. Hey, we've got some condensed milk, we've got some dehydrated fish. Ideally we'd use the water rather than the clean water, but that'd be nice. We could just, go ahead and make one of that. We will, let's keep on using the batteries. We will also dispose of our wielded flame and start working. Just storing that in our inventory. And okay, we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and consume it. Excellent. Now I feel like we should also make some other food for the day as well. So we'll just head into veggie and just have a look. Because obviously there is a recipe here for deluxe scrambled eggs. Don't know, I think maybe because it might be treated as other. Yeah, it is. Okay. We can make granola as well. Granola is a really good go-to, and yeah, as you can see, it lasts for 3 years. It takes 45 minutes for us to prep it though. We get 6 portions, and it's just like a nice little easy thing for us to eat. Alright, we can only make 1. Let's go ahead and spend that time. It'll give the sun a chance to start rising. What are we going to use? I feel like maple syrup today, and we will use some peanut butter candy. Delicious. This actually sounds really nice. And Rena is learning at the same time. Excellent. Let's have a little bit more to munch. We will have one of the granola. Okay, and that's got us just feeling peckish. We were good before, and I think we're still good, theoretically. We'll go ahead and store that in our inventory. Okay, and I'm happy about all of this. We do want to store our drugs off somewhere, and it looks like we are storing them right behind us. I will get to know the regions a little bit better before long. We're slowly starting to learn this vehicle. Alright, the atomic lamp, you're going to go back into here. Drop you. And we're going to go jump into this seat. Alright, so I left the cameras on all night, and the battery power is still really good. 6 hours until full. Alright, we're still lower capacity at this stage, but we're okay. It's 6.1% an hour, I think it's charging. So yeah, we're doing good. Bran, let's take off. Back on that good old road. Alright, we got a friend, and oh, hello. I think this is a meth van. So we already have our own, yeah, it's a mobile meth lab. So obviously we already have our own onboard chemistry set, so we don't need to worry about this so much anymore, but yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, nice. But yeah, we've got our own lab, so we're good there. Reedsboro, okay. Now we haven't actually been to this town yet, so this is going to be the furthest the furthest northeast we've been, I think, maybe. How far north did we go up here? Oh no, we actually went quite far north on our expedition. Okay. Alright, well let's step on the gas a little bit here. And generally, I know I say step on the gas, we're not going all that fast, but it feels fast in Cataclysm. We have spore-like creatures wandering around here. Let's go ahead up to 38. Yeah, 38 isn't ramming speed. We definitely need to go faster than that. And I will try to get into the habit of just investigating our vehicle each morning, just to see what repairs we need to do to it. Construction site, sporting goods, okay, and an office. Right, so I think our best look at this town will be taking a right and then a left and then shooting all the way up, then seeing what's actually going on here by Bran. Okay, looks like the town is decently occupied, as it will be, because this is somewhere that Bran hasn't been. Now, Bran has a habit of clearing towns out. Where he hasn't been, you know, we're gonna have some trouble. Oh, look at that, threading the bloody needle. Okay, yeah, this here is one of those scenarios where we need to try and line up and then just really step on the gas, because they will start to slow us down. Okay, and looking at the grouping here, I'm not seeing any grabbers. So I feel okay, just ramming on through. But yep, it's definitely occupied. Gun store, okay. And a radio station. Ooh, is that a jeweler's? The jeweler's can have some interesting things from time to time. The antique stores are also a good kind of go-to. The antique stores give us a chance to find things like petrified eyes, which is what we actually needed earlier. But, you know, as we know, we can think around those situations. We can find something that works. This is a situation that I'm not super... I don't like. We're going to have to take a turn here. Now, if you watch the live stream, you'll know that when you turn vehicles, there's a chance for things to jump in. And the way that I can kind of like flavor that in my mind is that they're not so much jumping in the vehicle, rather they're jumping on top of the vehicle, then have found their way to like kind of peel panels back and get inside that way. But if we can turn fast enough, and with enough speed, we can just kill anything in our path. So that's good. We're doing 64 kilometer an hour just turns. Just hard turns around the corner. Military surplus, that's potentially useful. Okay, I think we're good. Nothing's really jumped out at me on this town. But the thing that I need to remember is that because this is such a condensed city, that labs and things like that, sometimes they'll just be chilling out here at the edge. So I think we are going to try and go rogue here, up towards Beret or Bar. We'll just call it Bar, and then just start trying to head north. Like this one road goes all the way into the unknown zones, the unexplored regions, and that's a lot of dogs. That is a lot of dogs. Yeah, let's go right to the edge of this little town. So we do have a solar vehicle here. Actually seems to be in pretty good condition. I don't think it's going to have a large storage battery. If it does, it's probably quite damaged. Large electric motor. Okay. The battery. Swappable storage battery case, swappable storage battery. So that's actually it's a decent one, and we know that if we disassemble that, we'll get quite a lot from it. So having a look at the crowd that's around here, do we want to try and fight them? They're all kind of regular zombies for the most part. I would be a little bit concerned about having Rena out in those fights, and that's where it starts to get tough, because I can't really tell her to stay in one place. Or maybe, you know what, we could try, couldn't we? Or here's the alternative, second edition idea. We just run everything down and we go back for it. That is the second option. Go ahead and try and see if we can stop on a dime here. Yep, we can. Love this vehicle. Start to straighten up so that they can't slip in through the gaps, and start to accelerate back on up. Okay, the bicycle's wheel was destroyed. I'm heartbroken. Oh, there we go. You see that? There's an SUV down here. Now, if we actually stop at the SUV, there's a chance there's a bike rack. I know there's a spare tire there, but if we can get a bike rack, we can attach a bike onto the back of this and have like a little mobile explorer, which that will be very cool. Okay, I feel like we've done some pretty good killing here. Alright, hopefully not completely destroying our headlights in the process. They are set back a little bit, so I think we're okay. Alright. Let's boost up that speed. Oh, we're gonna hit the vehicle. Oh, yep, sorry, motorcycle. Oh, dear. Crap. Hey, it was bound to happen. Bound to happen. Okay, can we handle these numbers? Bran can, Rena. A little bit more concerned there. Okay, we are going to stop driving. At this point, I'm going to call out to Rena, talk to Rena. Can I tell you to wait here? So I can tell her to guard this position, but if I do, I think she might try and run back to somewhere else. Or maybe they just don't like guarding in vehicles. Hold on to this item. I'm gonna ask her, guard this position. She says, I'm on watch. See her around. Does she start moving? Yes, she does. Crap. Okay. Alright, Rena. Screw it. We're doing this thing. Come along. Now, I could tell her not to get into combat, and I think that's probably the best thing. We're gonna have a quick chat and just talk to her about combat. So combat commands. What are her engagement rules? She will engage enemies that are close enough to attack without moving. I feel like that's good because as long as she's not chasing them, that's okay. And it does give her a chance to actually get some attacks in. I am a little bit nervous about that though. We're just gonna say, never mind. Let's go. We're gonna do this thing. We've got this. We're gonna walk over here. We're going to drop our rucksack on the ground because we're going... I was about to say it. I'm gonna... Nope. I'm holding myself in. Right. Let's get to work, huh? We don't need to worry about powering ourselves on or anything like that. The electric car's solar panels are getting destroyed. That's okay. Okay. Now, Rena... You hear that little zap, that little... It's because she has reach on her weapon, which is really cool, so she can actually get some decent... Ooh, attacks out. Skull zombie, you are new. This creature's skull is a hideous grey skull, formed of human bone fragments and some sort of goo. Jagged teeth are visible as the thing works its jaw and disturbingly human, lidless eyes stare at you from their sockets. The thing's fleshy ears are 4 sizes too large and droop under their own weight. This is a interesting looking thing. Obviously I'm imagining it has enhanced hearing of some kind. So at this stage, we just need to keep on trying to kill off as much as we can, trying to stop them from reaching our girl Rena. Okay. Right, Rena pierces the zombie. Okay, I don't like this. Right, we're grabbed. Rena. Okay, right. I think at this stage I want to activate the offensive-defensive system to assist us in this manner. Not so much for us, but more for Rena. So we go ahead and turn it on. It's going to be using 10 power per turn. So we need to be mindful of that. Alright, shocks him in mid-attack. Let's keep moving. Try and kill this child. Nice. Okay, so I don't know if that was a mid-slash from us, but it did help Rena. Hell yes, girl. Look at us making it. Okay, let's turn that system back off. It's gonna be a capital U. And obviously, we still got quite a few friends down here. And I think they might be making their way up towards us. Looks like that's the case. Is it worth it for a swappable storage battery? At this stage, I'm going to say no. We've had a little bit of fun, we've had a little bit of flair. Rena's looking okay now, but she did have some other kind of effect on her for a while there, which made me a little concerned. Her head looks like it's maybe... No, I mean, she's actually okay overall. And if we have a quick look back through that, let's see if we can actually see if any of them got a good hit on her. grabs you, getting some great critical damage. Yeah, so Rena's doing a little bit of stumbling. Obviously, she's wearing her backpack, so she's not going to be as good as she could be. Claws at Rena. Yeah, I don't know if we're seeing any massive hits in there. Zombie Child hits Rena's right arm. Okay. Yeah, I think it was more the child than anything that was causing her a little bit of issue. We could smash all these bodies, but I think at this stage we're just going to have to get moving again. So pick up that rucksack. We're going to wear it. Let's get back inside this vehicle. Rena, love your work. You've done an excellent job here. And we'll have a quick breather. We will wait until we catch our breath, hopefully not taking too long. Excellent, we feel refreshed. Lovely. We're going to start driving back on, away from here. Start accelerating. And yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of combat experience for Rena, so I think that's a good thing. Ooh, let's see. We do have binoculars in our inventory. Look at that. It's like I prepared for this or something. Okay, yes. So we might be able to see from here if this vehicle does have a bike rack. It has a mounted spare tire. Okay, and I don't see a bike rack on the back of it. I'm not sure what they look like in this, so we might accidentally pass one by. That is an unfortunate thing that can happen. So we've got a bio-operator out here chasing down a Migo. Now the bio-operator can have some really good stuff on him sometimes. So let's see if we can maybe do a little bit of a snatch and grab here. We're going to start accelerating towards this thing. Running him down on the ground, and what the hell is that? Is that what Krakens look like now? It looks like the goddamn the goat demon from Dark Souls. I can't remember what you're called at the moment. But yeah, okay, yeah, this is an eldritch monstrosity, uncouth, with smooth, oily skin, unpleasant horns that curve inwards towards each other. Yeah, so I don't know if that was always something that was on the Kraken. But yeah, Krakens have horns, tall and thin. The shadows cling unnaturally to its vaguely defined humanoid form as it shuffles along, its hands twitching and spasming so rapidly as to appear as little more than black blurs of claws. Gazing upon it disturbingly forms you, on its disturbing form fills you with an unspeakable terror. So Krakens aren't, as we can see, the Krakens are ignoring us right now. Krakens generally don't seem to pay us too much mind. I don't actually know how we aggro them. But we just ran down that bio-operator, so I would very much like to try and steal his corpse. So we're going to go ahead and stop our vehicle right here, and we hear the Migo just call out, "Give me your call later." As I imagine it would imitate the human voice. We're going to go ahead and stop driving. And with that nightmare fuel, we're going to go ahead and step outside and see what we got. So it looks like there was a soldier here at some time, accompanying some of the other soldiers, funnily enough. And yeah, Migo, I don't know if you want to, it can't quite make up its mind if it wants to fight us or not. Obviously, Migos are a terrifying thing in their own right. It's an alien-looking creature that's, it's a bizarre one. But the Migo can actually kind of help us out, although unfortunately, I think poor Rena here might end up aggroing it. We're going to see if we can get a shot past it, and that we can. Just use our little finger blaster to get rid of those big ones, purely just because obviously we don't want them exploding in our face. Like so. And as the Migo runs down here, it is kind of, it's still, no, it's fleeing and it's nearly dead. Well, we're going to go ahead and put it out of its misery. As you do. Because we're very kind like that. Did you do damage to something of mine? You bastards. You damaged my rucksack. Which I probably shouldn't be wearing. But that's okay. There's actually a chance I might have dropped some things. I don't think I did. Or did I? I very well might have. Alright, what else we got here? We've got a blind zombie over here. And a huge boomer. We'll just go ahead and blast them away. Okay. I think we're good. Excellent. So let's have a look and see what we have around us. Having a bit of a wait first. Ooh. Okay, we'll let it save. And let's see, what do we have? So there's a SIG, obviously a fair bit of military gear. Oh, wait, that's an upgraded Barrett. It's a 50 cal rifle. We can totally heal that. I mean, we have a pretty good one ourselves, but yeah. There's a suppressor just chilling out here. We actually have one in our inventory as well. Yeah, okay. And that's a Stanag rifle that we're seeing. Yeah, I want to grab the 50 caliber rifle. We're seeing some other zombies running down the bottom. But yeah, we're going to grab you, and you actually have ammunition in you already, which that's schnazzy. But yeah, we want this corpse for research purposes. So we're going to go and grab this bruised zombie biooperator and just start moving back towards the vehicle, realizing that the Kraken's coming our way because he's just kiting stuff towards us. Rena, what's up, yo? Rena, let's go. What is she doing? She says bye? Wait, Rena, is it the corpse? What are you doing? Rena, guard this position. I need you to come with me. Rena, what are you doing? No. Is she just leaving? Bran, what happened? We yell. But with no luck, Rena continues to run. We start to take chase, making sure that she's certain in her decision. Talk to Rena. What are you doing? I'm gonna go my own way for a while. And now, let's go? We just hear her saying bye, leaving us. I don't know what to do here. Let's talk about your current activity. I'm not doing much. She's leaving. She's running back down into Reedsboro. Maybe she has her own reasons to do so. And are we right to stop her? No. Bran, as much as I hate it, we're gonna have to let her go. But not before we help her. We got some running to do, buddy. We're gonna clear the ones that are here. We're moving in. As Rena starts to slash at those that are here. We join her. We need to take a shot over here if we can. Stop aiming. Yes. We're just gonna have to try and get off whatever shot we can. Doesn't need to be amazing. We'll go for another. And another. Come on. Our shots are going wide. Bran's panicking. Completely out of breath. We slash and kill the last that are around us. We stop running. Come to a standstill. As Rena continues on. Looking back at Bran for a second. With that naginata in her hand. Her face, her form covered from the outside world. She starts to walk down the footpath, leaving Bran behind. Once again, Bran's alone. There she goes. Heading down the road. Rena, we wish you all the best. Sometimes we have to say farewell. Let's get that breath back. Come over here. She's heading back? I don't understand. Is she just coming back to kill them? She seems to be. She's drawn a horde. Damn it, Rena. Is she pulping corpses? She's not meant to be pulping corpses. Well... we're not leaving yet. No siree. Defensive system on. Stamina threshold. Yep, we don't have any stamina. Thank you, game. Yes. Let's go ahead and turn off that auto pickup. Make it quick. I think it is our, we'll go ahead and disable you. And it will also disable both of those. Yes. The Kraken starts to run down. Rena's back beside us, fighting with us. I'm gonna have a quick chat to her, because like, breaking the roleplay, I think maybe she's trying to pulp corpses, or at least it looked like that she was trying to do that. So let's go back into our miscellaneous rules here. She's not smashing corpses. Leave corpses alone. I'm not sure what she's doing. She will not bash down obstacles. She will sleep when tired. She will complain about wounds and needs. She will leave zombie corpses intact. She will not close doors. She will investigate noises from unseen places. So maybe that's what she was doing. Don't investigate noises that you can't see. I think maybe that was it. She was just trying to run over towards this noise source. And we're going to say, never mind. If that was it, then I'll be very surprised. She seems to still be going on her own here. Yep, what is she doing up there? Rena picks up a cash card. She's picking up cash cards and smartphones. And again, I think we also told her, with her pickup rules, just not to pick up any items. Set pickup rules. Water, meat, canteen. Yep, that's fine. And she's not able to pick up items. You can see, you can pick up items now. Don't pick up items. Never mind. Let's go. I don't know. And she's still asking about noises. Guard this position. And we'll see if we can break it. Let's go. I'll say we're splitting. Okay. She actually keeps on pulping them. And they just keep on coming. Oh, damn it, Rena. You're not making this easy on us. As our rucksack rips further, see if we can drop it to the ground in time. This is not good. We're out of stamina completely. Trying to slash at these things. We lose quite a lot of power in the process. I mean, as a consolation prize, we've kind of cleaned out this town. Yeah, Rena, our body aches. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And this Kraken is pulling all kinds of things towards it. The Kraken, you're still ignoring me. Puddle of blood, you're fleeing. Well, Kraken, I guess we're helping you out, aren't we? Oh, Rena, this is not good. This is not good, girl. Shoot. The toxin is not good either. Yeah, she's in a bad condition now. Don't do this, Rena. Don't do this. Okay. Power system off. And that Kraken's been a little too annoying. I'm sorry, buddy. You are incredibly difficult to hit. Just run away. We're gonna go ahead and wait until we catch our breath. Heard crash? No? As long as we're okay. Rena entered infinite loop. Okay, so there is an issue happening there. Poor Rena. Poor Rena. Her AI is all over the show. Originally because we kind of broke her AI. She was never meant to be a companion. Zombie is dangerously close. Yes, we will stop catching our breath. Okay, but we did manage to get some of it back. Okay, so it just killed her. It just finished her off. Bran, you know what you need to do. Looking back behind him to see Rena, who was covered in blood from the previous fight. He sees her lying there on the ground, and for the first time in a long while, anger surges through him, hatred, and the desire for destruction. And with that, we start to move out. We activate our harness, and we get ready to fire. Flicking on an internal system. We look back towards this horde, stumbling out of the shopping centre towards us. And yes, we are close. Stop aiming, ignore. Let's get to 100%. Or as close as we can. As they start to near us, the fusion blaster rings out. An explosion setting ablaze to the area. Bran takes a step back. Another. The huge explosion. Incinerating some of the dead around him as more walk out the store. Bran takes up aim yet again. And fires. Setting that area ablaze. With the others that remain, the others that walk towards us, the Kraken still moving around us. We're going to activate that harness again. Take our time, all the time we need, and flame on. Begin to slash out towards them. In one swoop, in one swing of the blade, killing 3 in one go. They try and fail to bring Bran to the ground. Slightly burnt. They try to make their way through the flames. Bran, completely exhausted, stands with his sword in hand, continuing to fight. As more, unbelievably, continue to stumble out towards him. Someone grabbed our sword. Someone grabbed our sword, and I don't know who. Where did that go? Where did that go? Obviously, we are in debug mode at the moment. To avoid any potential issues, I am going to potentially try to restart the game at this point. Just because I'm afraid there might be some other strange things happening. I'm relatively sure that one of these zombies did just grab a hold of our sword. Oh no, I did see it there. I did see it among the many things on the ground. Let's see. Oh, you were here somewhere. Let's do a search real quick. Flamin'. Okay. It's all the way down there? No, it's in the flames. No. Oh my god. There must have been someone that had the ability to pull that towards them. Now, I could use my own magnetic one, but then pulling a magnetic sword towards me at high speed probably isn't the best move. I think we just need to try and run down there, or try and get down there as quickly as possible. But just to, again, avoid any potential issues that come from the debug, I am just going to go ahead and quickly restart. I will be back in just a moment.
Okay, I am back and debug is off. However, we're still in quite the situation. We need to try and get down towards where our blade is, still on fire, among all the plasma. I don't know how burnt it might potentially get, so let's see if we can start making our way there. Now, we aren't going to be able to move fast at all at this stage, so I am going to use a little bit of extra power to turn our offensive-defensive system on, just because it will be attempting to do damage to some of them. And we can see that they are actually dying around here. Come on, Bran, we are nearly there. Reach into the flames and grab your sword. And just like that, the other dies. And Bran, out of breath, stumbles into the store where they all came from. The fire's still burning outside. Rena still laying on the ground. We are very hot as we see others making their way inside. We have no option but to continue to fight. We take up our sword as they start to try and slash and break open our exterior. We're gonna have to burn some more power here. Let's get that back on, and we'll continue to slash out towards our enemies. Breathing again for a moment, knowing that others will come back. We extinguish our sword for now. We're going to need to give that a little extension again. Let's just make that a regular Z. And we'll see if we can wait. If we can catch our breath. We start to, but one does appear, and we will stop. It struggles to stand. It raises from the dead. Interestingly enough, they're coming back. And that can only mean one thing. Yes, there you are, you bastard.
With anger, Bran stumbles out of the store, removing the zombie necromancer's head in one swing. Seeing others further down the way, he waits and begins to destroy them for good, one by one. Moving through. Catching his breath. Somewhat refreshed. He walks back outside. Seeing others that have been attracted, called by this, and seeing them grouped so closely together, and knowing that the noise will bring more, it's almost as though he doesn't care, almost as though he hopes it brings more. We activate our harness yet again, pulling our fusion blaster out. We take aim right at the center of this group. Continue to wait. Getting the perfect aim. Lasered in on this group. He fires, hitting right in the center, destroying one of them, seeing off to the side the crackling energy of a shocker. He fires again, keeping his aim steady. Another blast destroys them. Clicking it back onto his survivor harness, Bran wields his Zweihander again, quickly dispatching one of the dead as the others continue to burn. You know what? We've got a filter mask on. Explode all you want. The noise drawing more of them in. Bran welcomes it, killing them gladly. The things that were once people. The things that ended the life of someone that he still found the ability to care for. And as they start to linger, and in the distance a skeletal brute is seen, Bran needs to start to take stock. On the ground lies Rena. Her naginata and her remains. We're not leaving her here. No siree. Alright. We're going to be prepared for this. We're not finishing yet, guys and gals. Not yet. We are going to grab that backpack of ours, wherever it may be, underneath all of this mess. Actually, I think the backpack is back up by everything else. Back up by the vehicle, which is exactly where we need to go. I only just noticed now that Rena had the Barrett with her. Yeah. She was armed, she was ready. Maybe she was leaving, wanting to go off on her own. Or maybe she was wanting this. She never did want to survive in this world. The one that had changed. Never thought that she was capable. But Bran believed that she could be. That she was. And had we stayed in that lab, maybe she would have. There are many maybes. More. Alright, Bran. Let them come. Let them come. One by one, with both hands on our Zweihander, we slash them to pieces. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not get completely smashed out. Catch our breath. We'll move back towards our vehicle. The bio-operator still awaits. Yeah, it's the remains of the Mako. So our backpack isn't down here, which means that I must have actually left it down there. So, what do we have to grab from here? Well, there's something. There's an old friend that might actually be with our backpack and everything else. And I think that's the case. I don't think it's in here. Oh, no, it is. The Foldertron Juno. To replace the classic, of course. Destination area is full. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of trouble activating that inside of here. But if I can find out where it is, we can maybe make this work out for us. Bran, I am sorry, my man. I truly am. You were to the southeast. Okay. We will go ahead and wield you. Activating the Foldertron. We're ready to pull that along. Our backpack must be down there, and we will find it. among everything else. Let's wield that Swihander. Take down any what's to come for us. And we won't be leaving these ones alive. We won't be leaving them with the ability to come back, to return to this world. We are ending them for good. So, we need to start off by finding our backpack, our rucksack. And, well, it's right there next to Rena. With the rest of her belongings. Damaged as it is, we pick that rucksack back up off the ground. And Rena, we're going to need to move her into here with us, and anything else that she might have had along with her. Two-way radio. The Naginata will come with us, along with Rena. Rena, we are going to carry you here. Let's see. Is there a nice spot around here? It's gotta be somewhere. State Park. That'd be nice. It's close to that. But I think if we bury her, she'll be safe. But as I said, we're not going to leave this place not intact. No, we're going to end every last one of them here. We are going to begin. The bulk of these things, so far, have been taken down, but there are others still outside in greater numbers. Oh, and there are many all the way down here. A skeletal shocker being one of them. They seem to be amusing themselves for the time being as we continue to move through one by one, crushing the skull of every last one. We'll let them come. All the more welcome. At this stage, we'll continue smashing. Working our way through them as the fires start to dwindle, start to die out. The last of those that came for us are ended properly. It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood. The fires are starting to subside here. Anything underneath there will be gone. won't be coming back. Looking at this group here, I don't think there's anything that we can really make use of. There's still another military rucksack, the one that was Rena's. There's all kinds of things around here, things that Bran can use to recharge himself, which he does need to do. But he still needs to see his friend placed in the ground, laid to rest. And that state park, it's nice. It should be peaceful. We can hope at the very least. We're going to be wrapping things up here. I will have to do some preparation in between the next episode, collecting what we can to refuel ourselves, to recharge ourselves. We still have that bio-operator up there. That needs to be dealt with. But Rena, most importantly, needs to be laid to rest. And so for now, we will say farewell to Rena, a survivor of the Cataclysm. She will not be forgotten. But for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome.
And until next time, stay tuned.